Yep, it's me, the man, the myth, and the legend, Mr. J.D. Pinkett Smith. And I know what you're wondering, how did I get here? Well, the past couple of years have been a bit wild for me. There's been some things going down, but when I heard West Ham needed a new head coach, I decided to step up to the plate. After David Moyes was fired for kicking the 23rd ball boy, West Ham decided to put me in charge of the Hammers. When I first got to the club, looked at the squad, saw we needed some changes, so I brought in Eric Denshi to replace Mikel Antonio, and then I brought in Tyler Morton to eventually fill in the position that Declan Rice is in now, because we're going to end up selling Declan Rice. We got to make some money on him. After those two breakthrough purchases, we were left with $0 in the bank. So, great start. Speaking of great starts, we made a tear in our friendlies. We pretty much convincingly won or drew every game. And since you asked, yes, I did personally manage each and every friendly, because any sane person who just gets to a club would do that. It's not weird, I promise you. Our first Premier League game is at home versus Tottenham. We need to come out guns blazing, so this is the squad that we're going to be running for that first game. The first game did not start off that well for us. Tottenham scored an early goal, but in the 60th minute, they surprisingly were giving us a penalty here. I don't even know what happened. Looked like he tripped on grass, but I'll take it if he gives it to us. Thanks, ref. Best refs in the game. Best refs ever. Premier League refs are always accurate. Never, ever, ever do anything wrong. I think Thomas is on this one, so yeah, it's a guaranteed goal because, again, he's the best CM. Never ever made a mistake. We're obviously going to end up top of the league. And here, Aaron Denshi scores his debut goal in the Premier League on his first game in the Premier League. Future's looking bright. Give the boys a round of applause. This is actually about to mark this one up. After that great opening game, we had two back-to-back wins against Brighton and Crystal Palace, and I'm sure the board is ecstatic. So hey, say the boys up one. Now in our next game against Brentford, we pulled off a good victory with goals from Thomas from the corner, and then we had an amazing free kick from Aaron Cresswell. And even though we can see the goal at the end of the game, we still came through with that victory. Now we have the first game of the Euros, and we're in Group F, and this first game is going to be against Sport Club, which is a team in Austria. To start off, we had an absolute banger from Benrahma. How do you even score one of those? They ended up tying it up, but we got a late 74th minute goal from Mark Noble that would end up securing us the win. For a different lineup versus Arsenal, because we needed some players to rest, and they ended up getting a deflection there and a fucking ridiculous goal here. I don't even know what's going on. We ended up bringing one back, but it wasn't enough for us to win that game. Let me paint a picture for the audience. The sun is shining, and all we have to do is beat Fulham to make it to the next round of the Carabao Cup. So we lose to Fulham. Who cares about Carabao? We got Premier League, baby. We put the whoop ass onto Norwich, and we put some more whoop ass on Lazio. We lost our next game to Southampton, and they scored an 81st minute goal. We tied the Premier League game with Burnley. We got a 2-1 victory over K Racing Club in our Euro group, and we lost 3-0 to Liverpool. We're going to talk about that one. Let's talk about this Leeds United game. It was nothing short of a banger. Jared Bowen scored our first goal for us, and in the 87th minute, they were able to tie it up. But in extra time, Michael Antonio was able to secure us a goal. We take the 2-1 lead, we take the 3 points, and we fly up the table. So let me paint a picture for the audience. We're up 2-1. And you know what? I'll just show y'all. exactly the result we were looking for. November rolls around, and we lose a game 2-1 to K Racing Club. With that loss, we're tied for first in our group with Lazio, but that's not enough for me. We've had a lot of disappointing fixtures, games we should have won, and it's starting to pile up, and I really think it's time for us to change. And that changes now, because I'm not just any old loser. I'm Mr. Jada Pinkett Smith. I wrote a song that was used in the movie Austin Powers: The Spy Who Shagged Me, which was a box office hit. I will turn this into an unstoppable club.
Hit it!
Now, we are. Now we're unstoppable. See, I told you the new changes will come into effect and we start dominating. Our last game in the group stage of the Euros was against Sport Club, and it saw Aaron Dennessy score 2 goals that gave us a convincing win. We didn't need to win this game, but we did. And so after that, we come out top of the group, going on to the next stage. Our last 5 games in December were all Premier League games. It saw us take a 2-0 win over Watford, a 5-1 win over Wolves, who technically our last place team, but we don't talk about that. We lost 1 to Man United. Then we got 2 draws to both Newcastle and Burnley. After all that, we ended up at 11th place, which isn't too bad, seeing that we've gone through a sort of midlife crisis halfway through the season. But we can do better. I'm not just any old head coach. I'm Mr. Entanglement.